In a major space milestone, NASA and SpaceX gave a green signal for the undocking of a Dragon spacecraft from the International Space Station. India's group captain Shubhanshu Shukla, along with crew members from the USA, Poland and Hungary, began their 21-hour return journey to Earth today. The Dragon capsule will splash down around 4:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Tuesday, marking Shukla's historic 18-day space mission. On Monday, President Draupadi Murmu announced key appointments for 3 major constitutional posts. Ashim Kumar Ghosh is named the new governor of Haryana, and Pusapati Ashok Gajapati Raju will serve as governor of Goa. Retired Brigadier B.D. Mishra resigned as Ladakh's lieutenant governor, and former Jammu and Kashmir Deputy CM Kavinder Gupta is appointed as the new lieutenant governor. These changes take place once they resume office. On June 12, Air India flight AI-171 crashed shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad to London, killing 274 people. The AAIB's initial report found no fault in the Boeing 787 Dreamliner's engines, maintenance or fuel. CEO Campbell Wilson confirmed both pilots cleared medical tests. A probe found both engine fuel switches were cut within 1 second, but the reason remains unknown. Investigation is still ongoing. Jammu Kashmir CM Umar Abdullah climbed a log gate to reach the Martyrs graveyard in Naota, defying government restrictions on July 13 events. The day was dropped from the official's calendar in 2020. BJP's Tarun Chugh slammed Abdullah for comparing 1931 killing to Jallianwala Bagh, calling it historical distortion. He accused him of supporting past Islamic violence and said the centre remains committed to peace in the region. The Indian government on Monday informed the Supreme Court that it has limited power to stop the execution of Kerala nurse Nimisha Priya in Yemen, scheduled for July 16. Attorney General R. Venkataramani said India has reached its diplomatic limit as Yemen is not officially recognized and is controlled by Houthis. He added that the blood money talks as a private matter and a victim's family refused to accept it. Priya was convicted for murdering her business partner. She remains in Sana's central prison. Kerala CM and Congress leader urged PM Modi to intervene urgently. In a big operation, Uttar Pradesh STF killed rated sharpshooter Shahrukh Pathan in an encounter in Muzaffarnagar on July 14. Pathan was linked to gangster Mukhtar Ansari and Sanjeev Jiva. He was wanted in multiple murder and extortion cases. He was out on bail and again threatening witness. He was found hiding in Chopar area. STF's recovered weapons and a car. He was declared dead at the hospital. Sneha Devnath, a 19-year-old DU student from Tripura, was found dead in Yamunanagar, Gita Colony on Sunday after missing for 6 days. She left home on July 7, saying she had dropped a friend in Sarai Rohila but never returned. Her cab driver said he dropped her at the Signature Bridge. CCTV was unclear. Police later found her body after extensive search operation with NDRF. In a shocking update, the IIM Calcutta student accused of rape has confession to mix sleeping pills in a cold drink and water offered to the woman before the alleged crime. Police said the incident took place in the boys' hostel after the woman visited him for counseling. A special investigation team is now probing the case. The accused remain in police custody till July 19. San Rachel Gandhi, a 26-year-old former Miss Pondicherry and fashion inclusivity advocate, died on Saturday at Jipmer Hospital. She had allegedly consumed sleeping pills on July 5 in a suicide attempt. Recently married and reportedly battling depression, she was first taken to a government hospital, then shifted to Jipmer. Police have registered a case and launched an investigation into the incident. 3 Indian workers, including men from Rajasthan, Telangana and Odisha, were kidnapped on July 1 during a terrorist attack at Diamond Cement factory in Mali's Kayas region. The attackers are suspected to be Al-Qaeda-linked JNIM. The Indian government has confirmed their identities and is in constant contact with Malian officials. Families of the victims have urged immediate action. No group has claimed responsibility yet.